It's your boy, the host with the most, and I am Brock with another video. Haven't done that in a long time, and a lot of you guys are wondering, where in the hell have you been? And where have I been? I just started my podcast on iTunes, Spotify, any type of service that has a podcast format, Google Play. It's the I'm Chris the Don 1 podcast. If you want to subscribe and check me out there, you can. I will have the link in the description. I'm the type of brother where I like to leave something 2 years early than leave it 2 years late. And I feel like YouTube is the old way of doing things when it comes to media, when it comes to being entertained or being informed. I feel like YouTube is the old outlet. It's like, in 2020, do people still read newspapers? I feel like there's like a small part of the population that still does, but at the same time, the majority of us, we get our information and we get our entertainment through our smartphones. Okay, we have our headphones up and we listen to what's going on and what's transpiring around the world. And I feel like we're living in a society where everything is instant. Well, we live in a society where we like to have instant mashed potatoes instead of actually making mashed potatoes, okay? And I also feel like the majority of us, we have busy, frantic, hectic lifestyles where we just don't necessarily have the time to just go home and turn on YouTube and be thoroughly entertained by a video or two. I just don't think we living in a busy, hectic lifestyle where the majority of us get our entertainment through our phones. So that's one reason why I've chose the podcast format. It's more convenient, particularly when it comes to current topics or stories, particularly stories and topics that evolve as the day goes on. You have enough time to process it and upload it on a podcast versus doing it on YouTube. You have to make a video, you have to edit it. Time you get to the part of uploading your video, there's another part to this story or whatever you're going to be talking about, and then you have to go back and edit the video again. And by the time you get your video out, the story is done and over with and people have moved on to the next thing. Okay, so it's more convenient. It's more so for the lifestyle, the hectic, busy lifestyle we all have. And I feel like YouTube is an old way of doing things. So if you like what I do on YouTube, then the link is down below. The link will be in the description. All you have to do is click that link and it'll take you to my iTunes podcast. Now, I upload episodes once a week, and that's due to the small population that I have. So if you guys want more from me, all you have to do is just continue to listen, subscribe, and enjoy. You will not be disappointed. And then I will do more episodes, depending on the demand of these episodes. Okay, so that's where I've been at. Okay, I haven't stopped with my content. If I know I have some diehard fans, believe it or not, folks, on both of my YouTube channels that love to, they just can't wait for me to upload a video. Guys, this is where I'm going to do the bulk of my content. It's going to be on my podcast. So if you are thoroughly entertained by me, just hit the description, the link in the description down below. It'll take you to my podcast on iTunes. Now, I know a lot of you guys that just prefer YouTube and you feel like that is way too many steps to just go into a link, see the podcast, subscribe to it. I know that's a lot for me to ask of you, and I know a lot of you guys prefer YouTube. I know the majority of you guys are probably going to stay on YouTube. I will still have those channels up and running, but I won't just have any new content. I have a lot of content on both of those channels. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys have not watched. Normally how it goes with YouTube. If I'm talking about something, you probably subscribe on that video and you haven't watched anything since then. But my day ones The true fans, they watch every video that I uploaded on both my YouTube channels. I really do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. But this is where I'm going to be doing things, okay? And like I said, I'm the type of brother where I like to leave something 2 years early than 2 years late. And I just feel like YouTube, when you look at today's YouTube and the challenges that a lot of small time content providers have to go through just to get their stuff out on YouTube, it's just too much, okay? Now, if you're looking at this financially, where you want to do this part-time or full-time job, then you can do that more so on your podcast than you can on YouTube. The flexibility and the freedom that you have doing a podcast, you can make money on your podcast, depending on your audience base. It depends on how many clicks your podcast get. You can get sponsorships from other companies out there if you have a good a decent podcast. So it's doable, okay? You don't have to go through a lot of red tape with YouTube, and that's what I've been doing, guys. So please check out my podcast. It's on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, any service that has a podcast format. Okay, you will see my podcast. I'm Chris the Dom One Podcast. So it's your boy, the host of the most. I'm up out of here, guys. See you on the flip side. Deuces.